Hello and welcome to the Iberian Drive. I travel a lot by car and today I want to share my thoughts on the DS7.
To begin with the exterior, our car comes in the base pale trim, which looks excellent for an entry-level configuration. The key design theme of the DS7 is undoubtedly diamonds. You can see them throughout the car, for example, here, and even here.
DS7 is the flagship crossover of the brand. And even it's a base trim, it looks premium and stylish.
The pale trim includes 19-inch Edinburgh alloy wheels, DS Pixel LED vision, and power adjustable heated mirrors. And of course much more, especially inside the cabin.
At night, headlights work well. I was impressed with their performance.
They are quick and efficient. And last night on the highway, I didn't blind a single driver. However, I did find the brightness slightly lacking, and I'd even describe them as dim.
The French style is evident and well executed throughout the design. Personally, I love the rear of the DS7.
It looks incredibly futuristic and unique. From the side, it reminds me of Porsche crossovers, fitting well into the premium concept. The front, however, feels somewhat disconnected from the rest of the design. It resembles the new Peugeot 5008. Overall, the DS7 is a visually distinctive and recognizable car with a strong personality.
The car is built on the Efficient Modular Platform 2 or EMP2, which is used in such cars as the Citroën C5 Aircross, Opel Grandland and Peugeot 3008 and 5008.
Despite being the flagship crossover of the DS7 brand, it's relatively compact. Length is 4,595 mm, width is 1,906 mm, and height is 1,631 mm. Ground clearance is 190 mm, which is generous for the class. Wheelbase is 2,740 mm, and for comparison, its rivals are bigger. Volvo XC60 is 2,870 mm, Audi Q5 is 2,820 mm, and BMW X3 is 2,870 mm.
For now, let's move inside.
I believe the interior is one of the strongest points of this car. You may not like how it looks from the outside, but the interior will win over almost anyone.
The cabin is incredibly pleasant and high quality, reminding me of cars from 2090s when manufacturer didn't cut on the materials. The DS7 welcomes you with premium materials such as Alcantara and leather. By default, the car comes with black Alcantara, but for a small additional cost, you can opt for a diamond patterned leather interior.
This car has done more than 35,000 kilometers, but still looks brand new. No creases, cracks or scuffs. And keep in mind, this is a rental car that hasn't been particularly cared for. Even the steering wheel, wrapped in genuine leather, shows no signs of wear.
Wherever you touch, materials feel soft and pleasant, except for the plastic near your feet, which is hard but still scratch-free.
And take a look at this glove box. It's ridiculously huge. You can fit more than a dozen soda cans, multiple bottles of water, or even a small arsenal of snacks.
I sat in this car right after tasting base Audi Q5, and I must admit that in terms of interior quality, this is a clear winner.
The central infotainment screen is accompanied by the BRM premium clocks, a feature included with the 14-speaker premium sound system. The system sounds great, comparable to both. The 12-inch touchscreen is bright, responsive and highly customizable. You can adjust almost everything, which is both a strength and a weakness. New users might find it overwhelming, but once you get accustomed to it, you can display only the information you need and hide everything else. It comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. The rear view camera offers extremely high resolution, allowing you to see nearly every detail. The 360-degree camera is also incredibly useful, visually illustrating the distance to nearby objects when parking. However, the climate control is fully touch-operated, which I find distracting while driving. The main control buttons below the screen are also touch-sensitive. While this looks modern and stylish, it's not very practical, to be honest. The driver's cluster is fully customizable, and you can display any information you want. Adjustments are made through the central console, meaning you can change settings while driving. You can only switch display modes using a button on the steering wheel.
Speaking of the steering wheel, the controls are unconventional. I feel they could have included more functionality. Currently, you can only adjust volume, switch tracks, or change cluster views. Cruise control is managed by a stalk located on the lower left, which takes time to get used to. After a few hundred kilometers, I adapted, but I can confidently say it's not intuitive. If your car has adaptive cruise control, and most DS7 models do, this process might not matter as much. The rear seats are just as comfortable and high quality as the front, and there is enough room for 3 adults. Sitting behind myself, I'm 1.77 meters. I feel comfortable. I have no problems at all. Plenty of room for my legs and for my head. The center armrest can be folded down, and you can also adjust the recline angle of the rear seats. Our model has dual zone climate control, which is linked to the rear section, essentially duplicating front climate settings. Overall, the rear seats are comfortable, practical, and well designed. Our car lacks electronic tailgate, but higher trims include one. The trunk offers 555 liters of space, which is excellent for this class. For comparison, my Nissan X-Trail has a volume of 575 liters. Though it's a noticeable larger vehicle, with rear seats folded, you get 1752 liters. The trunk opening is large and practical, making it easy to load and unload huge items. Our DS7 is front-wheel drive, equipped with 1.5 Bluehdi turbo diesel engine, or for brief DV5RC. This engine is well known among owners of French cars. On other models it produces 75 horsepower or 100, while here it delivers 130 horsepower and 300 Nm of torque. Potential issues include chain stretching, a common problem for diesel engine, but otherwise it's reliable. Paired with the 8-speed Aisin automatic transmission, the combination is smooth, efficient and durable. I averaged 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and actually it's an excellent result for a car of this size. There are also plug-in hybrid options with 225 horsepower front-wheel drive, paired with 1.6 turbo petrol engine and electric motor with 360 Nm of torque, and 300 horsepower with all-wheel drive. It adds an electric motor on the rear axle, providing 520 Nm of torque. This car is not a racing machine. It's a comfortable family crossover designed for efficiency and comfort. The suspension is soft and adaptive, with a camera that adjusts settings in real time. On city roads, it smooths out all bumps. At high speeds, there is some body roll, typical for crossovers with a high center of gravity. The steering is light and smooth at low speeds, up to around 50-60 km per hour, making parking effortless. At higher speeds, the steering becomes heavier and more precise. Parking is easy thanks to the car's maneuverability and excellent turning radius. The engine and transmission work well together, delivering smooth shifts and excellent fuel economy. While the 130 horsepower doesn't provide thrilling acceleration, of course, it's sufficient for its intended purpose. To be honest, I had no idea how much this car costs. When I configured it, I was pleasantly surprised. Sure, it doesn't come with an electric tailgate, adaptive cruise control, ventilated seats, and so on. But for 49,000 euros you get an incredible amount of car for a relatively modest sum. At that price, it's really hard to think of any direct competitors. Volvo, Mercedes, Audi, BMW and Lexus are all noticeably more expensive. And comparing it with Korean or Japanese brands isn't quite fair. The philosophies are just too different. The car left a very positive impression. It's an excellent family SUV that doesn't claim to be the sportiest or the most luxurious in its class. It offers a well-balanced suspension, good fuel efficiency and top-notch technology. Even though it lacks double glazing, the sound insulation is quite decent at legal speeds. Acceleration isn't its strong point, nor is its performance on rough or poorly maintained roads. But that's not what the target audience is looking for, to be honest. If you like its exterior, there is a good chance you'll enjoy the car itself. The DS7 has certainly found its buyer. I can't even describe in words how many of them you will find on European roads. And I even have 3 of them in my underground parking lot. And to be honest, it has rightfully become a bestseller. Thank you so much for your watching. If you enjoyed this video or have any suggestion, please share your feedback in the comments below. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and I'll see you in the next one. Be safe.